You are being born right now, which is already a bizarre way to begin your existence. You emerge tail first into the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico in the year 2026, pushed out by a 40-foot-long mother, who vanishes into the blue almost immediately. Mosasaur parenting ends at birth. No guidance, no protection, just you, 3 feet long and utterly unprepared for an ocean that feels completely wrong. The water is too warm, the light too harsh. Your lungs burn for their first breath. Instinct drives you upward. You break the surface, gulp air that tastes alien, and dive back down because the open air feels dangerously exposed. Hunger hits fast. You've never eaten, never even known what hunger is, yet it gnaws at you like a living thing. Small silver fish dart past in perfect formation. You lunge and miss. A pelican lands nearby. You charge again and miss worse. 6 hours into life and your stomach is empty. Then a lone mahi-mahi appears near the surface. This time you listen to instinct. You drop beneath it, surge upward, and clamp curved teeth behind its head. The fish thrashes violently, but your jaws hold. You unhinge your skull in a grotesque hinge and swallow it whole. The first taste of blood floods your system. You have killed. You have eaten. The pattern of survival begins. The next days blur into trial and painful error. You learn the rhythms of the reef, fish school by day, and scatter at night. Sharks cruise the edges at twilight. You hide in crevices, target the weak and injured, and slowly improve. A bull shark 7 feet long bumps you while you digest a grouper. You freeze. The shark decides you are not worth the effort. Sea turtles prove frustrating. Your teeth skate off their shells. Reef sharks sleep by day, a useful fact you file away for later. You are learning what you can eat now, what you must avoid until you grow, and how to stay alive while doing both. 6 months pass. You are 8 feet long and 400 pounds. Barracuda, groupers, and even small sharks fall to your improving ambushes. Event dolphins. A reef 5 bottlenose, moving in tight, intelligent formation. One clicks at you. You attack and miss. 3 more surround you, ramming from every side. Pain explodes along your ribs. You flee deep, humiliated. 2 weeks later, you find a lone, sick dolphin at night. Strike from below, drag it down, and feast. Dolphin meat is rich, fatty, superior. Lesson learned: groups are dangerous. The isolated and weak are prey. By your first birthday, you have survived a full year in an alien sea. You have killed hundreds of fish and dozens of larger animals. You are 12 feet long now and growing fast. The teenage surge comes hard. At 18 feet and over a ton, you begin to scare the things that once terrified you. You claim hunting grounds near Louisiana seal colonies. Seals are slow, fat-packed, and easy once you master the ambush from 20 feet down. A scarred great white circles you once, then turns away without a fight. The power shift feels right. You gorge on seals for months, packing on weight and length until you reach 22 feet. Then the orcas appear, 5 of them, led by a 25-foot matriarch with a notched dorsal fin. They study you with cold curiosity. A young one drifts too close. You snap a warning. The pod explodes into coordinated violence. The matriarch slams you sideways. Another bites your tail. Pain lances through you. Tear into one flank, drawing blood and a scream. But 5 against 1 is impossible. Ribs aching, you dive deep and flee. The lesson sinks in. There are things in this ocean that can beat you. Recovery is slow. You head offshore into deeper, colder water, learning to hunt giant squid that glow in the dark in schools of bluefin tuna. A swordfish nearly spears your eye. A whale shark shrugs off your experimental bite like a mosquito. At 4 years old, you stretch 35 feet and weigh 8 tons. You patrol a 2-week circuit of rich feeding grounds, an apex predator everywhere except against orcas. You still give their calls a wide berth. Opportunity knocks when a 15-foot humpback calf lingers at the surface while its 30-ton mother dives. You strike from below, ripping into its throat. Blood clouds the water. The mother returns in fury, slamming you with her tail like a freight train. You retreat, wait, and return to the sinking carcass. Whale calves join the list of high-reward targets when mothers look away. By 8 years old, you own hundreds of square miles of the Gulf. Great whites abandon feeding grounds rather than share space with you. Dolphins and smaller sharks give you distance. You have become the monster mothers warn their young about. Yet the solitude gnaws at something deep in your DNA. Pods play, mothers nurse calves, sharks gather to mate. You remain the only one of your kind. No mate, no rivals of your species, no echo of your own calls. You hunt, eat, rest, and move on. The orcas return in force on a calm morning, 12 of them, the same scarred matriarch at their head. They remember you. They encircle you and attack in perfect waves. To slam you from opposite sides, teeth tear your tail in flippers. You crush one's dorsal fin and rip flesh from another, but the pack is relentless. They wear you down, preventing you from surfacing. Bleeding from multiple wounds, ribs cracked again, you bite one final attacker and flee south. Your territory is lost. For 3 weeks you swim south and west, healing while hunting. Eventually, you reach the warm Indo-Pacific, near Indonesia. The water is different, the reef's unfamiliar, but the prey reef sharks, sea turtles, tuna, has never met a Mosasaurus. They learn quickly. The ecosystem bends around you once more. Sharks avoid your patrol routes. Prey changes its habits. You carve out a new life among thousands of small islands, diving for squid that feed you for days, and ambushing seals at dawn. Orcas here belong to different pods. They do not yet know to hunt you. 10 years have passed since your birth. You are 40 feet long and 12 tons, scarred from orcas, whales, squid, and sharks. You surface at sunset, with seal blood still in your teeth, breathe and dive again, toward a coral reef where fish sleep. The ocean never asked for you. You never asked to be dropped into 2026, yet here you are, an invasive apex predator, thriving in waters that should have been empty of your kind. For 66 million years, you will never find another Mosasaurus. You will never feel the satisfaction of true dominance over orcas. But you hunt, you eat, you survive. Tomorrow the hunger will return, and you will answer it the same way you always have, efficiently, relentlessly, alone. There is no grand resolution, no return home, no peaceful end. Something will eventually kill you, another pod of orcas, an unlucky whale strike, or simply old age. But until then, you keep swimming. 40 feet of Cretaceous muscle in a modern sea, you have outlived every other member of your species simply by existing. You catch a sleeping fish, swallow it whole, and glide deeper into the dark. The stars wheel overhead, the reef waits below. And in the quiet of your reptilian mind, you understand that this is enough. This is your life now, and you will live it one successful hunt at a time.